Want to touch my monkey? Monkey? Touch my monkey? 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 Touch my monkey? 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 Touch my monkey? 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 Touch my monkey? You want to touch my monkey? My monkey?
Mike and Willie G, those German guys, we are back with the Pros Podcast, my brother.
Yes.
Round 2 here after technical difficulties and everything last week.
After the air biscuit we threw out last week.
And that was great, too. I mean, the podcast we actually did was really good. I'm sad you guys couldn't hear it because it was really good.
It was.
But we're going to try to duplicate, and put it back on the air again. So we've had a busy time here, my brother.
Well, things have changed since we tried to do it the last time. This is the end of my birthday weekend.
Yep.
Yeah. So, happy birthday to me.
Zum Geburtstag, my brother. Zum Geburtstag.
I got balloons and everything.
You do. I know. We had balloons. We had a party over here.
Party?
What?
Yeah.
So we had a great time over here Friday night, celebrating your birthday, your 29th birthday.
29th again.
That's it. Yeah, 29th again and again. I know, my brother. I know. It's amazing. They just keep coming back to 29, right? I mean, Now
I understand why the ladies always say I'm turning 29 again. It's like, because,
Yeah, no doubt. It was a good time, though. We sat over here, drank some beer, had some wings, and it was a good time.
Sat out in the beer garden, bro. We sat out in Willie G's beer garden.
It was a good night.
Great night. Thank you guys for coming over.
Well, heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. It was a great time, man. Great time.
I have to say, it's like, people ask me, so what are you going to do for your birthday? And honestly, between the stuff that we normally do, doing nothing is the thing to do for my birthday, because we just came off of a 3-day party.
Right? Yeah.
Because FC Cincinnati or FC Bayern being here in Cincinnati. And, so we had 3 days of partying with that. We had
Munich Sister Cities, and we also had Rock on the Roebling before that. So
and we also had a keg tapping. Right? So it's just
a little worn out.
Yeah,
it's nice just to chill out and sit down and relax a little bit.
The muggles would say would want to go out and go tear up the town a little bit. Our idea of birthdays now is let's just take a break.
Yeah, right.
Sit back, because how do you beat what we do, right? I mean, we do what we do for charity and just everyone having a good time. That's why we do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
The people come from out of town and they have a place to go and have a great time prior to a match or whatever that's happening, or keg tapping or whatever we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So to just sit in the beer garden is way better.
No
right?
No doubt.
There's been years from in the past of us doing stuff
things at other clubs and stuff. We never had time.
I wasn't here, right? I wasn't here. We didn't do any. The entire summer went by and we did not do a weekend in the beer garden because we were so busy doing other stuff elsewhere.
Yeah.
So
it's like, check this picture out here. Look at the beer garden. I mean, this is great. This is just like being in Germany.
It is. Got the woods in the back.
Yeah. And it's hot out there in front, but it's cool in here in the shade, man.
Trees,
it's great. Yeah, no doubt. You got that breeze going.
They're not oak trees, but they're trees.
Yeah. It's like 90 degrees out front, 75 back here.
Yeah. But this is just the corner of the beer garden, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got the couch over here, and we got the table, and
we got the grill down here, and
in the fire pit, and all kinds of. there's a lot to the beer garden. We can change locations.
Yeah,
which we might. We have done.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
One day we'll do the couch, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
that'll be good.
Yeah. So the last weekend, which was what the last podcast was supposed to be about, was the FC Bayern came into town, and we had a lot of tasks. We had a lot of masters on that weekend, right? We had things to do at Moorline, we had things to do for FC Bayern, We had stuff to do for the German consulate of DC. So yeah, I mean, we were very busy, fulfilling obligations across the board last weekend, and I mean, it was a great weekend. I mean, we started out on Friday, and we had a great dinner get together for all the German soccer fans that were coming in from all across this country to cheer on FC Bayern.
Yeah, and we actually had the fan club director from Munich. He was here. Obviously, we had the same folks from FC Bayern that helped us put on the FC Bayern game several weeks back at Moorline. So there was a lot of dignitaries. We had somebody here from Polaner.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and the whole event was sold out.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, I mean, we met that lady from Texas. There was people here from New Zealand because they played Auckland.
She was like a German lady.
Yeah.
She lives in Texas. She was really great. She was a hoot. And she was like, you guys did a great job on Friday night putting that together. I have her that keychain she gave me from Texas. But yeah, I mean, Julia was there. I mean, there was more people than in May, right? When they came
without
for
a doubt.
So I mean, there was a lot of dignitaries that came in, and they were from Germany. They were not from DC or from New York. They were from Munich, and we did a great job with them. And we had Bernie was there.
We had Rafina who was just promoted to the FC Bayern Legends.
Yeah,
and he was there. I mean, it was
all weekend.
Great. He was there all weekend, and he doesn't really speak English, or well, I know, but I mean, they told us he doesn't really speak English, so he's not going to say much. He speaks Portuguese.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was really great with him being there, and he was so accommodating to everybody. Yep, there he is right there. He was so accommodating for all the fans. He sat there and signed autographs, took pictures. I mean, it was really great, and I think he was shocked at how many FC Bayern fans were here in Cincinnati. I mean, it just seemed like when he came in, he was just like, "What? What's going on here?"
I mean, so look, dude, I have to give you kudos, because we talk about this all the time. It's how getting that vibe up there, and we got all his stats, right? We wrote them down because he's got a lot.
He does.
He does a lot. He's a lot of accomplishments with FC Bayern, and he was standing over by the bar, and we were out in the Four Seasons room, and you went to go do the announcement for him, and it's like, let's get ready to rumble. I mean, you just did the right thing, getting the tempo up, and everyone just got pumped up, and you started announcing his accomplishments, and I'm standing there and I'm watching him, and I'm watching the crowd, and I'm looking, and I see his demeanor change, right? I mean, it was positive, but as you started just listening off his accomplishment, and just the energy that you put out for it, his energy started to equal you guys got married up, and he came out and he was like a fighter. Right? He came out, he's like, yeah. And it was like that the whole weekend with him, right? I mean, we gave him such a bump in the beginning that wherever he went, he was happy to be there. He was always smiling. I mean, he was a great ambassador for FC Bayern.
Oh, totally.
Truly a great ambassador. He tolerated everything, right? Even Allison getting the autograph on her boob.
Well, there you go. Hey, there you go. I'm sure he enjoyed that as well.
I'm sure everybody enjoyed that. Believe me. Yeah.
So that was great, man. But I appreciate the kind words on that. Yeah, I mean, I just, sometimes you just kind of gotta go with it, and you gotta pump up the crowd. You know how we go, man. Because we gotta bring the fun. We gotta get everybody into it and bring the fun, and it was definitely a great night. I mean, and we had so many different raffle items, bro. I mean, we had the signed Alphonso Davies jersey that we got from FC Bayern that one lucky fan got, and then we had all the Polaner. We had two of the beach chairs with the umbrella. And
I mean, I knew this was going to be an epic event, and we had people coming from everywhere. And I dug deep into my collection of stuff, and Adam got he got the cooler and he got a chair. I already had a chair, and I had the fire pit, and we had all the other swag. And I was like, you know what? I mean, this is an epic event for us, right? And we need to just spill this out and you just let people pick what they want.
Right. I mean, some people could be getting on a plane and they can't take a fire pit. So, I mean, depending on what
the guy won fire pit's going to Germany. So I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
But the whole thing with that is, you have all these different prizes and the people were so generous because, all the money we raised for that was, going to Munich sister cities, student exchange program. Right. And that's we do a lot of stuff that's charity based, right? Any money you and I ever raise is going to a charity.
Correct.
Of some sort. Right.
Through the Bratwurst Bingo, the raffles we do,
everything. All the money that comes in goes out.
Yep.
Right. I mean, we have a small percentage of money that we don't even keep it. It's just what we have to use to keep this program that we're using to make this podcast happen.
Right. We have insurance.
Yeah, insurance. Yeah. I mean, you got to pay insurance. You got to pay insurance.
That's it.
You can be a nonprofit and you still have to pay insurance. So I mean, everything's not free as a nonprofit. So I mean, there are some expenses that we have to cover, and some of that money goes to that. But the mass majority of the money that we raise gets donated back.
Yeah.
We have multiple charities that we give money back to. So I was very excited that we did such a fantastic fundraising job on that event. I mean, our fans were so generous.
Oh, without a doubt. You guys step up to the plate all the time. That's for sure.
I mean, I as many times as I can thank you. I want to thank you, from the bottom of my heart that this year, especially, you and I have been doing this for several years, and this has to be hands down thus far the most successful year of fundraising.
Yeah.
Right. And
I mean, you and I are the face of this whole thing, but our followers are the heart.
Yes.
Because they're the ones that help us be able to give the money to these different organizations, so, thank you to you guys. So,
I mean, because we see all these people out there and it's like, just using Rock on the Roebling, right? So we've had the privilege to for Moorline be the charity for Rock on the Roebling, and we go around and people are just super generous. They see us coming and like, yes, we know what you're doing, right? And we've built that kind of reputation of we do it a little different than other people, maybe. I don't know, as far as the tickets and whatnot. You don't have to fill out all this every ticket you get, right? I mean, if the winner's there, the winner gets the money. The way we do it is we put the winning tickets out on our Facebook page, and you can go to our Facebook page, you can see if the winning ticket, and then you can private message us if you have the winning ticket, a picture of the winning ticket, and we get you the money.
Doesn't get any easier than that.
It does not get any easier than that. So I mean that's how it works, right? I mean,
yep.
Yeah, if you're there, you collect your money immediately. If you're not,
yep. That's good.
Actually, we do have a person I got to cut a check for. I just need their address.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
So we got that, and we'll get that out in the mail to tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's going to go out.
Yeah.
And then we had, we were blessed with that FIFA gave us tickets. The Moorline Lager House and FIFA gave us FC Bayern tickets. Great seats. Great seats.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, they were $235 a piece. Yeah. So they are great seats that we were able to give away, and we already had our tickets. We were in the Bailey though, so I mean we couldn't have had better seats than being in the Bailey. but it was great to everyone that won the tickets actually went to the match.
Yeah, they were excited to
were
actually
excited
win
to
the
go.
tickets. Yeah, right.
So that was fantastic. I was concerned, that we were going to raffle these tickets off, and somebody was going to win that was just like, I'm not even going to be here.
Right.
Well, and most of them would just be like re-raffle, which everyone has been very, very cool with us when it came to our contributions and stuff. We've had people that just told us to keep the money.
Yeah.
Right. And some people want it, some people don't. It's fine. I mean, either way, it doesn't make any difference. I mean, it does make a difference if we get to keep it. Obviously, it adds more into the pot for our charity, but we don't have that expectation.
No, correct. Right. Yeah, no doubt. That's great. Yeah, no doubt. So that kind of winds up Friday, then Saturday, my brother.
Yeah, that's Saturday.
Oh, it was a busy day. We started off at the pitch. You and I and Rick, we had a soccer match. There we go.
Oh, you got it.
I got it right there, my brother. We had a soccer match against Fox 19 news team.
Look at those lederhosen.
I know, and we played in our lederhosen and Dick Joy. So I mean, hey,
that was how we played, just like that.
Yeah. We had Brad Mooshart, who is a meteorologist, and Erin Ashley, and then she's also a meteorologist, and then Dan Weller. He's he's an anchor down there. So we played those three against us three on 3-on-3.
Yeah,
and you scored the winning goal.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
The last two goals. Of course, I had to make up for my down goes Fraser in the first minute of the first half.
I was glad you got up, man. I was worried a little bit about. I was like, Willie's down. Willie's down,
man, because we had no substitute.
No, right.
All right. I mean, I'm sure we could have got some because there's some kids down there. They don't get one of them. They would have kicked everybody's butt.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, it was the pitch was very soft,
and
it was just a misstep on my part. It went down further than I expected, and the easiest thing for me to do was just belly flop, right? Just go down, right? Just go down, and because if you try to fight it, that's when you really get hurt.
Yeah. Right? Oh, I know. But you had last minute heroics. I mean, they tied the game. They tied the match 4-4.
Well, let's
30 seconds.
Wait a minute. So let's be honest, right? So we got penalized unfairly.
Well, hey, it is what it is.
And I'm going to be, even though we won and I scored the last two goals, which made it happen. That's okay.
Yep.
But we were penalized after halftime in the way of we lost a goal because our what are we going to call them?
Our opponents?
No, not our opponents, but the Germans that were
the referees.
Referees. So the referees penalized us a goal because everybody wanted to only do 5 minutes instead of 10
for the second half.
Right? Because I'm sorry, but if you're over 20 and you're going to run around that pitch for 10 minutes, yeah, you're going to go, I'm good. Right? Yeah. So I don't want to hear any crap about anything because you would be good just like we were.
Yeah. No, no doubt. Because we had a 5 minute half and that ended up going like 20.
It was easy 20 because look, our competitors were D1 soccer player and people that were half our age.
Yeah. Oh,
and they wanted to tap out.
Right. Yeah. It's like, they're like, hey, 5 minutes, second half, guys, right?
Yeah. So there was that. So that being said.
Yeah, but they tied it up with, I think, 30 seconds left, and then you kicked the winning goal with 15.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just like boom, boom, and then they didn't have enough.
I made up the goal that they penalized us for.
Right.
Right. And then in the end, I was able to
get bam.
Look at this.
That's it, man.
Rock star there, man.
That's it.
You'll have to go on the website, go on to Facebook, and you can watch my fall. And you can also watch my goal, and you can watch Michael's goal. It's all out there.
Yeah,
it's all there. The evidence is out there. So if you want to take us on,
there you go. The former guys, that ain't happening.
Now we're done.
That was we're retired.
We're gonna put like 5-year-olds in there, and they'll kick your.
Yeah, that's it. Either that or the mascots from.
Yeah, right.
Right.
So we're done. That was a one and done. We are not doing that again.
Nope, 9. That's it.
I'm still suffering from that.
Yeah. So I mean, Saturday was good. We were down at Moorline after that and hung out and so that was kind of a good day. So I guess this would be a good time to maybe talk about our sponsors before we get into Sunday and all the fun we had then and then this past week because we were really busy with all that as well. So I mean, we have our normal sponsors, but we had some extra sponsors just for this event, right? So we had the what do they call it? The federal Germany's consulate, from Washington D.C. Federal Republic of Germany from Washington D.C. So they were the actual sponsor of the human foosball for this weekend or last weekend for this weekend. We had Polaner was our sponsor for this week our weekend, as was FC Bayern. Yeah. So those were our today sponsors, and then we also had the Cincinnati Riverfront Volts March, right, which is part of our organization. GCI, which covers our insurance as well as your insurance, and if you need good car insurance, owner insurance, trucking insurance, whatever you need, GCI will take care of that. No problem. So give those guys a call. That's right. Give them a call. We're actually, you can call them right now. Call Rick. Right now. Call Rick. 859-838-4333. That's right. Rick is waiting right now for you to call him because he's on call. And we have Bavarian Tracht, and they provide us with great Tracht. And you guys, if you're looking for Trachten, because Oktoberfest season's coming up, this is a really good place to get it because it's the quality of the merchandise is really good, and it's not as expensive as you might think. So dude, look, so here's what I have to say about that. Obviously Mike and I wear Trachten all the time. I mean, literally on the daily. And the majority of the what we're wearing now is from Bavarian Tracht. All of our shirts are from Bavarian Tracht. Our lederhosen are from Bavarian Tracht. So if it holds up for us, it's certainly going to hold up for you. That's only going to wear it a couple times out of the year, right? So just order your normal size. Yeah, and you'll be fine. Yep, because they got it on the website, and even have the conversion, or you can order it in American sizes, and it fits just like you would think it would. So it doesn't run big or small; it's right on. So that's it. Totally. Then we also have Mercedes-Benz of Westchester. If you're looking for a new ride, go see our brother out there, Andreas Burkett. Yep. Tell him those German guys sent you. Oh, for sure. We have Moorline Lager House. I mean, where would it be without Moorline? I mean, we do a lot down there with our buddy Greg, and that's a great location. Yep. And we have the state and national Steinholding championship coming up here later this year. Yeah. So we'll talk about that in a future podcast. And one of the things about Moorline Lager House that I definitely want to bring up, is that they are a German American restaurant, right? Overall. I mean, the food there is fantastic. Love the bison meatloaf. Dude, bison. I'm not into bread, right? But so I can't remember the guy's name, but he does the Cincinnati stuff. He goes around and tastes food. He's gonna get mad at me because he's gonna be like, dude, you should know who I am. He's the mullet guy, right? And he went down to Moorline and he had this grilled cheese sandwich, and it was just like to die for. And I tried it, and it was 69 out of 10 for sure. That's how he does it, man. 69 out of 10. And the food is great down there. The bison meatloaf is fantastic. I mean, just you can't go wrong with anything on the menu. So, tonight, I mean, they got a burger thing going on, and it's just, God, their burgers are fantastic. All the food down there is fantastic. He's got great beers on tap. He's got some German beers in the bottle. You have to ask about that at the bar because they're there. They're there. You just gotta ask for what. So there's German guys beer selection. You can find it online. That's the only place you're going to find it is on Moorline. That's right. Their website. Go to bottled beers and you'll see those German guys beer selection. And of course they have Pulaner on tap right now, as well as Dab. Yeah. For Dortmund, BVB Dortmund. For this weekend. Yeah. So
I mean,
then we also got to mention Wassler Meats that sponsors our Bratwurst Bingo.
Love my boys from Wassler, man.
Love those burgers we had over here, bro.
Their burgers.
Dude,
their burgers are banging. Their brats and mets are banging. I mean, there's nothing. I can't say nothing bad about Wassler Meats, man, because there ain't nothing bad to say. They just have great food.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
They are so generous for us. I mean, we do keg tappings once a month, and they provide the meat for when we do our bratwurst bingo.
Yep.
And no question, we just show up and they're like, "How much you need?" And we just give it to us, right? I mean, we're not greedy. I mean, we do dinner for 4 once a month, and I mean,
hey, it's about helping everybody. Everybody gets a little bit. I mean, we're out there, and hey, might as well, get the meat from Wassler's. The food's fabulous. So when we're giving this stuff away, it's like, hey, let's do it from a local place here.
I mean, so the German clubs, for the most part, I can't say everybody because I don't know, but for the most part, majority of them all use Wassler's meat for their brats and mets for their Oktoberfest events. I know. I just remember. I'm getting hit in the neck.
You're getting beat up with the balloons, man, from your birthday. They're fighting back, bro. They're fighting back.
So I just remember walking in there when we reopened Germania after COVID, and talking to the guys in there, and I told them where I was from, and I told them what I wanted to do, and could they help me out? And they were, oh yeah, whatever you need, we got you. Right?
No, that's great.
Because we were doing beer gardens at first, and then we were doing the big beer garden experience, and it was over 2 weekends. And those boys, they had their trailer out there. It was full of brats and mets. They were so grateful to have us have them.
Sure.
And where else would I go, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, those are my boys, and I always try to give them back as much as I can, anytime that I can.
Yeah, right.
And
because go see our boys at Wassler Meats. I did put up the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Germany. That's who sponsored the Human Foosball there at Moorline for the past 2 weeks. So that runs through tonight. Yeah. So if you're not doing anything, run down there tonight, and you can play Human Foosball. So that was good. Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt.
Yeah,
so that kind of leads us into Sunday, my brother. And Sunday was match day. Sunday match day.
Match day. Oh yeah, that was a long day.
Yes, yes, it was.
That was a long day, my brother.
So we get down there to the pitch before the match, and Julia from FC Bayern, she wants us, since we were sitting in the Bailey, she wanted us to take the FC Bayern flag in to hold it up when the players were being introduced.
It was a classic flag. It wasn't the normal FC Bayern flag. It was, there you go. That was that flag, which is not the normal one. But yeah, she wanted us to take that in there and put that out so that during the introductions.
Disclaimer here: that was a selfie. We didn't have it backwards.
No,
it's just backwards on the photo because it was taken with a selfie on an iPhone. So we had it the correct way. So just so you know,
that's the difference between an iPhone and an Android.
There you go.
Android doesn't do it backwards.
I hear you.
It knows how to spell correctly.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, so that was really cool. And we had to get a certificate, special for that flag to get through security. So I know that a lot of people had a little bit of an ordeal getting into the game with the FIFA changes from the normal TQL.
Look,
so
we obviously we don't try to be negative and stuff, but you still have to be aware of things, right? I mean, because if we don't say it, how are they going to fix it?
Right?
And
correct.
So, I mean, if you think about it, we have this flag and we have a special pass that says, we're allowed to bring this flag in here and do this stuff. So we can't get in line. We have to go to a special line. So we go over to the special line, and then when they make us pull the whole flag out, so you take a picture of it, then fold it back up, and then they say, you got to go back in line. So we have to go all the way to the back of the line, And it's like, dude, the reason why we have this flag is we got to be in there at a certain time, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That seemed a little bit lost on them.
It did, And so that was the first problem. And then so the second problem was the girls. And it was, look, it just wasn't our people. So typically you can, it's a clear bag rule, right? I'll just put it to you that way.
Yeah.
It's a clear bag rule. If you have a clear bag, you're good to go into the FC Cincinnati match. So you had a lot of people that were coming there that go to FC Cincinnati games, and they had their clear bags. And it also said on the website, it gave the dimension of the bag that you're allowed to carry, and it was not clear. And the problem is that one, they were inconsistent in following that rule, but like when our girls got up there, they had small enough bags, right, to go in. It'd be like going to Oktoberfest, and they say you can have a 6x3 bag, and that's the biggest bag you can bring in. Well, they had that; it fit that criteria, and they told them no, that they had to go out, and we couldn't wait because we had to be there for the introductions, right? We needed to get that done, and I had all the tickets on my phone. But then we saw people walking around with these big bags in there that whatever entrance they came through, they didn't have a problem.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was just basically it was bad form.
Yeah, correct.
On whoever's part. I can't say whose rules they were because I don't know. Because I didn't bring nothing in but with flag.
Well, yeah, right. So, I believe it was FIFA. They actually sent something out at like 6 a.m. the day of the match.
So they changed
but they didn't post it online.
Yeah.
They sent it to the people that had the tickets, and that was it. And if you didn't happen to see it,
you were SOL, right? So, and it's not their stadium, right? That's my issue, right? My issue is the fact that this stadium belongs to FC Cincinnati, and the people that are running are FC Cincinnati. Why do your rules apply in a stadium that does not belong to you?
Correct.
Right?
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So, I mean,
but I just know it created a lot of problems for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was bad form on their part.
Correct.
So as much as I appreciate everything that they've done for us for this event, the tickets and whatnot, that you just need to understand that was a foobar right there.
Yeah.
Total foobar.
Total.
Right. I mean, that just changed the experience for a lot of people. Because then afterwards, it took up to 2 hours for people to go get their bags from the station because they only had, 1 or 2 people?
I think so, yeah. It was crazy.
It was awful.
It was awful. Yeah, right. So they're standing in line for that.
Right.
They were delayed getting into the game, missed most of the first half or at least half, and then had to go stand in line another 2 hours after the match to get their bag. I mean, that was tough. But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, we're going to move on.
So, you and I have been to 2 FC Bayern games. We went to the one in Munich.
Yes, we have.
And they won 7.
During Oktoberfest.
We
were wearing lederhosen.
We were.
I have a pic. Where's the pic? I know the pic somewhere on there. Where's my mouse? Here's a pic. We need it.
Yeah, we went to the FC Bayern at Allianz Arena. We were wearing our lederhosen both times because we had them on this past Sunday as well. So we had that was a great time being in Germany. There you go. There you go. That's when they scored a goal and they won 7-0.
All right.
So, I mean, and then this weekend they won 10-0.
Yeah.
So we seen them score 17 and never seen them give up a goal.
No. Right.
So, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. So, yeah. So that was in Allianz Arena and everything like that. So, and our boy Thomas Müller. He scored 2 goals.
He did.
On Sunday, played the entire game.
He did. He played the entire game, which was great because their rumor control was that FC Bayern was going to they're going to do an NFL move, right? They were going to pull all their starters and just put their seconds out there. And that would not have been good, right? Because, everyone came to them. They wanted to see their stars play.
Sure.
Right.
Correct.
I did.
No, I did too. I did too.
I want to see Mueller. I want to see Harry Kane. I want to see everybody play because it's the only opportunity we're going to see them play
here in the U.S. for sure.
Yeah. And so to not let them play just because they figured, Auckland was not a worthy enough team. Yeah, I was very disappointed in that rumor, and I was so thrilled to hear the fact and see the fact that they didn't do that.
Oh,
right?
without a doubt.
I mean, they pulled Harry Kane out, but he was in the second half when he came
in. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, he played at least 3/4 of the match before they pulled him out.
Right.
But Mueller played from start to finish, and it was just, oh my God.
It was a good day at the pitch.
It was a good day at the pitch.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And to see him win 10-0 as well, and you know, Auckland, they're from New Zealand, and they had quite a few fans here that traveled. I mean, we met them at Moorline. They at the pitch, but then they also were at Moorline as well.
So what was cool about that was after the match, we all went over the pitch, and I was hanging out with Greg Hartman, who owns Moorline, and we were drinking beers and we were talking with everybody because that's what we do, right? And we ran into these guys, and they had like 35 people.
Yeah,
that were in their group that flew, and there's a whole story about the players who work regular jobs and had to basically burn all their vacation plus take no pay to come and to play in this series. And these guys, I mean, we were talking to them, and we gave them all the love, right? It was like, bro, you lost. Yeah. I mean,
it's all good, man. It's all good.
But you know what? We're all here hanging out together. And so we said, Greg goes, I want you to come down to Moorline Lager House because we have human foosball. I got beer on tap down there. I want to treat you guys. And you can come and you can play, and we're gonna have Bernie there.
Rafina came back,
and Feely was gonna be there. Feely from Germany was gonna be there, and we were like, hey, look, we know they're not your people, but we want to embrace you. And they were like, God, man, that's fantastic. Thank you for being that kind.
Yeah.
And he got on his phone and he was like, he just texted out to his whole, because he had like a group text. And he said, go down to Moorline, take the streetcar and go down to Moorline. And so we all ended up going down to Moorline, and they all were down there. And Greg took care of them. And we have video. They were in there playing human foosball.
Yeah.
And they were having a great time. And it's like, that's what it was, after the match was over with, it was all just about having a great time. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's what we do, Willie G. It's all about having fun, my brother,
So I'm going to try to put this video up here. It's going to mute us out, but I'm going to jump in there anyway. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. That was great because that was like right on our end too.
Yeah,
when he scored that. Yeah.
Yeah,
because the first one he scored was on the other end.
Yeah, well, because they switched sides.
So, right. Yeah. In the second half, though, that was right there where we were. That was great.
Goal. That was goal number 10.
Yeah, that was great.
So that was perfect. I got this other one with the kids. Yeah, so exactly. That was after the match. That's the thing when you're in Germany, right? I mean, when no matter what, whether they win or lose, they all come back. They all do their celebration stuff, and they say, high five the other team, and then they come out and they all come to the Bailey. Pretty much, a lot of times they'll go around the state, especially if they're at home.
Sure.
And they'll just like get crazy with the crowd because the crowd don't leave.
Right.
Right? They're there.
Right.
They stay to the end. And, that's what's fantastic about them is, that there is like, they appreciate their fans and they're just like, yeah, we're here for you. And, we just we're going to show you the love because you're there showing us the love. And I thought it was fantastic, for them, especially. I mean, they're here playing in the U.S. They don't play here very often. They played here before on exhibition games and stuff. But to have that Bailey all full, because there's a huge group of Germans
Oh,
that
yeah.
were on the Bailey. Remember, they got in trouble.
Right.
They put up a big old political flag thing, but it had to do with FIFA.
Right.
Yeah. And so they were all over kind of in the middle. And the cops showed up, and I mean, they were prepared for issues. But I'm like going, this is German, right? You're not going to get the issues you think you're going to get, right?
Yeah.
So the security from the stadium went down, and they talked to the group, and the sheriff's department was still up there on top, and they basically brought 2 guys up, and I mean, I'm going to assume that those 2 guys took responsibility for the banner,
right?
And they agreeably left, right? So even though the cops were there,
they got their point across.
Yeah, they stayed back, right? They didn't come down there, and I mean, if you watch on the news where like, oh, the cops just beating up. No, they were cool about it, right? They let the staff handle it. The guys were like, yeah, we did that, yeah. And so
there were no chest pokes.
Yeah, no chest pokes. There was no chest pokes. There was no batons came out. Like they did it. That's what a peaceful protest
looks like. Yeah, correct. Right.
They were protesting FIFA for whatever, because it was in Deutsch. I can't tell you why. It was probably the ticket prices or something.
Yeah, right.
Who knows? But it was like they were all right, fine. They knew they were going to get arrested. So I mean, I don't know if they got arrested or not. They might have just got walked out.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right.
So after the game,
our
buddies from FC Bayern, they presented Willie and I this 125th anniversary hat pin set.
Yeah.
It is awesome. I mean, they gave both of us these hat pins. Yeah. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, we were so excited to get all these different FC Bayern logos.
Yeah, the retro ones.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's cool. It is really cool. So when the next time you see us, we may have our FC Bayern hat on.
Yeah,
and
we decided that we're gonna dedicate a pin hat for FC Bayern.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike and I we've both been to Germany multiple times. We both have pins from everywhere. I have multiple hats with pins on them. But yeah, we got gifted earlier some other FC Bayern pins.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're gonna put those plus these on our hats, and
have the German guys on there, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Maybe Oktoberfest.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. We'll figure it out.
Caper.
That's a whole nother story for another time, my friend. That is a whole nother story.
Totally another story for another time.
The other fun thing was, after the game, we saw Feely from Germany.
Yes.
And we had met her. City of Cincinnati hired you and I to do some promotional videos for the Oktoberfest Cincinnati.
Yes.
So we shot those, and they gave us VIP tickets last year to Oktoberfest. And when we were down there, we met her. We did a video with her.
We did.
And then we saw her after the game.
Wow.
And she remembered us, so we were talking and invited her down to Moorline.
Yep.
So her and her fiance Ben, they came down to Moorline to hang out with those German guys.
I have video that they came down and they not only hung out with us, but they also got into
the human foosball
with
Rafina.
Yeah, and with
Bernie. Yeah, Bernie was playing goal.
He was playing goal. I think I'm not sure which one it is. I'm gonna try this one.
Yeah, Bernie had a solid save.
Yeah, it is. So he did. So here we go. Let's see what happens.
Very good.
No, not that one. It's another one that's short. But let me try this one. Well, that was with the kids. All right. So sorry, but I mean, we'll get back to it. No.
Bernie saved it. We were cheering.
Yeah. Oh, man down.
We got a broken player.
we're gonna speak over top of this. So yeah, Bernie's in the back. He just had that save. There's Willi, and there's Rufino, and my battery's low. That was fun.
That was a great time. That was a great time, man. That was a great time. That's the Human Foosball was sponsored by the German consulate that we were talking about. So they got a good view of that. So I mean, it was a lot of fun down there.
Yeah, so
that was a great time. That was a great time. So anyway, so we were telling Willi.
Mike, I'm gonna turn this over to you for a moment. I got to step off camera because my battery's low on my laptop.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to grab my charger and put it on there. So,
there you go.
So we can keep talking.
There we go.
So everybody, Mike is going to take care of this for a few minutes, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see you when you get back, my brother. Yeah, there you go.
Right?
That'd be good. That would be good.
That's really why I'm leaving.
Okay, there you go. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Love you all. It's my birthday. I can do what I want.
That's it. That's it. 29. 29. There you go. 29 again, my brother. Yeah, so we met Feely and Ben down at Moorline, and we were telling them about the keg tapping we had coming up at Cantina Beer Garden, and she's like, "Oh, where's that? I've never really heard of that." And I was like, "Well, it's down close to where Crosley Field used to be." And she was like, "Wow, you guys are doing a keg tap." And I'm like, "Hey, would you like to come down and tap the keg?" And she and Ben wanted to do that, so they came down this past weekend or this past Thursday night and tapped the keg with Willi and I. And we were a little bit worried because it started raining like at 5:00, and then it rained again at 5:30. So I'm thinking, it's raining. We may not have a big crowd, but I mean, everybody turned out. It was a fantastic night. The food down at Cantina is absolutely unbelievable. They have a great currywurst. Janice had a Jägerschnitzel. I've had the Lieberwurst Brot before. It's just Braunschweiger on rye bread with onions. It's unbelievable. So get down to Cantina. We do a keg tapping down there, usually the third Thursday of the month, depending on what we have going on. So follow us on Facebook for that, just to make sure what day we're going to be down there of that month, because they do move from time to time depending on what's going on with the German calendar and different things like that. So follow us on Facebook for that. Peter loves, there you go, my brother, there you go. I think it's inside. Sorry. Willie's looking for the bottle opener. But yeah, I mean, the food down there is unbelievable. Peter does a stucklefish. He cooks it on the grill. It is unbelievable. He had us down there he was thinking about doing it during Lent, and we liked it so much. We was like, dude, you got to have this on the menu more often than just at Lent. So the food is all made from scratch. It's just unbelievably good. It's pretty much, I would say, the most authentic German restaurant left in Cincinnati,
if not the only.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's a great place to go and get a great German meal. Everything, like we said, is made from scratch. It's presented the traditional way as well. I mean, he's going to have a garnish on there. I mean, it looks like a work of art when you get the meal that is presented to you. So it's really good. It's unbelievable.
Well, I will say that now that I'm back, Philly did make a comment on the meal she had.
Yeah,
it was not exactly German, the way that she would get it in Germany. And I did tell her, I said, well, we are not in Germany, right? I mean, it's the reality of the thing is that, we are in Cincinnati, and there's some things that they can't get.
Correct.
And there's other things that need to be focused towards American palates, right? Because that's the way it works. When we're in Germany, we eat what the Germans eat. So which is, God, I can't wait.
I know.
It's like
less than 100 days, bro.
I know, bro.
We will be back in Munich.
Like, all I want to do is just eat food and drink beer. So that's the sad part about where I've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
I have been to Germany so many times. I've been to so many places. I love it all. But now it's just primal.
Yeah. Oh.
It's just food and beer, right? I mean, it is for me. It's just food and beer. I mean, it's like we rent an apartment and we just stay there and we just be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just.
We don't got to go sightseeing. We've all been there so many times. It's, it's more doing German stuff while we're there. So we're going to go to Stuttgart.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, go back
so
to back to my roots. Going back to Stuttgart. Yeah, we're going to go to. They have a Volksfest there that basically would be like the second largest festival in Germany. Prost, my brother.
Prost, my brother. Got a Prost on the Press podcast.
That's right. Prost.
I think we're going to do that on camera. There you go.
Prost
Prost on the Press podcast, man. There we go.
So I lived in Stuttgart for 3 years. I went to high school there. My first beer was in Germany, so I'm not a beer snob, right? Because I started drinking the best beer.
Well, that's it, right?
I mean, when I moved back to the United States, it was like it wasn't my fault that
you actually had beer,
and
right?
Anheuser-Busch couldn't step up to the game, right? Yeah. I mean, I had to drink this watered down Pisswasser, right? So I mean, part of what I do is bring in fantastic German beers for everybody to enjoy, and it's not because I'm trying to be better or we're trying to be better than what's available here currently. It's just that it's just better beer, and it's just a thing of I'm sorry, you can step up your game.
Yeah, I mean, right? German beer is just so much more robust. It has so much more flavor to it. I mean, it's just night and day,
so I don't want to get on a tangent on American beer, but all I can say is this: is you have Hamilton, right? And Hamilton has their water is like supposed to be the best water in the state of Ohio, right? And thus that means that they bottle it and sell it just like regular bottled water,
right?
And people pay to drink that water. So if you're brewing beer and you're using Hamilton's water, your beer should just be like Germany.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And if it's not, you're just a poor brewer.
That's it.
Because you have like this perfect source of water for your beer, just like they do in Germany. You have access to the hops and the grains. I mean, you can get it from Ukraine, you can get it from Germany, you can get it from wherever. I mean, when we homebrewed, we did Kolsch, and we brought everything in from Cologne when Ellery and I did our brewing, and the only thing we used was regular water from here, right? And when we got the recipe from a brewer over in Germany, in Cologne, and we sent him a sample over, and he said, "Too bad you don't brew here in Cologne."
Yeah.
Because you can't call it Kolsch. And then he said, "Don't come here." Because he was really impressed with what we did.
Well, that's great. Right? That's awesome. Yeah, no doubt.
So we were basically German mafia said, "Don't come here and try
don't come here." That's it.
Don't come here.
You will not be around long.
They're like, your beer is fantastic, so don't come here. Yeah, and it was. I hate to tell you, but Banana Hammock, we did fantastic work because it was all German beer. Yeah. Right? We just did it. We did it German style,
right?
And you can get Banana beer still.
Yeah,
I mean, you can get the Monkey's Dunkel.
Yeah,
down at Wiedemann's. Mm-hmm. They still brew it for us down there.
There you go.
Yeah. So, anyways, now back to what we were doing. So we're on what?
Well, we just finished up with the keg tapping that we did Thursday night. Yeah. So we had Feely down there and Ben, and I was telling everybody it was packed. We had a great crowd. It was, I mean, it was fabulous. And,
it was fabulous.
And
thank you for everybody for your generous donations for Bratwurst Bingo, and for our friends who bitch constantly because they're not getting the numbers they want, yet they still win.
Yeah, right. It's like, come on now.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. And then you don't even pick up your prize. So there's that.
Yeah, so,
well,
we're almost at an hour here, my brother. So I think it's time to roll.
No, I don't want to go.
You don't want to roll?
No.
Okay. No. What else you got?
It's my birthday.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So it's my birthday weekend. We had a great time. Thank you, everybody who wished me happy birthday.
Yep.
I truly appreciate it. It was pretty quiet because, like, we've been busting it for the past 2 months, and so it was worth let's just sit out here in the beer garden to drink beer.
Nice night off.
Totally nice night off. And we could have went wherever we wanted to, but like, hey, let's just be here.
Yeah, this is just such a great setting here, dude. I mean, you got the trees in the back here, like we've always talked. I mean, it's 10 degrees cooler back here than it is out front. So, I mean, it's just unbelievable to sit back out here and just hang out. There's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it.
And you got the turkeys and the deer that come back here. And, it's, you never know what you're going to see.
You never know.
We hit like a 8-point buck walk up here one day. We're just sitting here drinking beer and, buck walks up to the edge of the forest line. It's like, hey, bro, what's up?
Hit the bird feeders up for a little snack, and it's like, what's up, bro?
That's it. That's it. So I just while we're kind of winding down here, I just thought I would bring this up a little bit. So we play Touch My Monkey at the beginning, and a lot of people go, "What is that?" It's from an old Saturday Night Live skit with Sprockets with Mike Myers. It's East German TV. They got all black on. They got their hair slicked back, and he's got a monkey. And he always asks his guests, "Do you want to touch my monkey?"
Yes.
So that's where the monkey thing
came
monkey
from.
Right so there. That's where So like Rick, he's got no clue. He's he wasn't even born yet. When that Saturday Night Live skit was on. So that's just But we're only 29, so
we are only 29. So. We've done this before in the past, right? Where we just touch my monkey. We've thrown it out there because it's one of those things of,
it's funny to us.
It's funny to us. Right? Maybe weird to other people, but it's funny to us. Yeah, but since we're chatting here and we're running along, and if you're still with us,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So coming up, we have 2 keg tappings coming up in July and August at a canteen. We are going to also do a Stein holding qualifier in the next 2 months down at Moreland Lager House. During, I think we'll do Rockin' the Roadway. Much easier to do it when there's something else going on.
Correct.
September, we're going to be out at Springboro, right?
Yeah.
We're doing Springboro.
We're doing the beer cart again.
Beer cart out at Springboro, right?
So, for Randy. Yeah.
Yep. That's second weekend September? What date?
Yes,
what date
I believe
is
so. I believe so. I'm not sure.
So it's Springboro Oktoberfest. You guys, obviously, if you're watching this, you can figure out
when it is. Right.
Yeah. So we'll be out there. I believe that's Saturday night. We'll be out there doing that. We had such a good time, and of course, that whole event also is a donation, right? I mean, it's a charity. All they do is they're raising money for their charity, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's fantastic. Everyone comes out there. It's grown over the years so much.
No, I know.
So much. I mean, I remember when they first started and they were just in the parking lot, and now they're stretched out in the school with all kinds of fun stuff for the kids to do. And it's a great event. I'm trying to just think of what's coming up. So we have Stein holding, which are the Ohio State Championship,
October 18th.
October 18th, which we're going to do. Not only we're going to have the championship, but we're also going to do the Bayern games for that, right? So people can win prizes for that. It's teams of 2, right? So you and your spouse can play together. So we encourage people to come out. It's gonna be on the card for the pre-event.
Yeah. So we have that, and then we also have the national championship,
Yes.
which is opening weekend
Yes.
of Chris Conamart
Yep.
at Moorline,
Yes.
and that's November 22nd.
Yep.
So if you would like to sponsor the Steinholding events, you can get your name or company logo on the banner that's going to hang behind the stage.
Yep.
ESPN in the past has covered this, so it shows up on ESPN, the Ocho.
I don't know.
That's a bold move, Cotton. That's a bold move, Cotton.
Ocho might got deported.
You never know.
I don't know, bro.
So it is on ESPN. So I mean, it's been on there in the past, and it's Steinholding's kind of taken off. So Kim Plannert, the 4-time state champion of Ohio, I'm sure he's looking to make it a 5th Pete here, and then punch his ticket for the nationals. But talking to Jim,
I don't know, bro.
I know.
He's got some stiff competition for the nationals. I mean, we got guys that are wanting to do over 20 minutes. Right. So I don't want to scare anybody away, but you know what? Hey, you just got to practice, right? You can do it.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, just practice, and be a part of it. Because I mean, there's some big prize money, big stuff going on for these events.
Yeah.
And if you're not, just come down and enjoy them, right? Because it's gonna be fun. Because we'll have giveaways for just people that are out there participating in some of our other stuff that we're doing. And I'm excited. I am super excited for these 2 events. I mean, we've been doing this. This will be year 5 for us on the state.
Yep.
We've been in 1, 2
from the very beginning.
Yeah. We started 3 different locations, but we've been running it from the very beginning. And I'm so thrilled to be down at Moorline Lager House. I mean, this is a freaking great venue. I mean, it's a multi-million-dollar venue. It's got everything you would need.
Oh yeah, Greg's staff is unbelievable. How much they pitch in when we need something, they step right up to the plate and get that done. And Willie, with running the state championship, we do a good job. So I mean, that's how we got the nationals, because there was other venues across the country.
Dude, that was a fight. That was not a gimme.
Right. Correct.
Because there was a couple other venues that, I mean, just ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, man, they could take it from us. I mean, we were confident that we were gonna get it, right? I mean, just because that's who we are, right? We're like, yeah, we're gonna get this, but it wasn't like a shoe in.
Sure,
right?
Right. I mean, there's other people that wanted it in other places. They did the nationals,
and so we were selected, and it's an honor to be selected. Jim Banco selected us for that, and we're looking for a deep sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle of July, we have a couple meetings and stuff. So if everything pans out, it's going to be huge. Yes. I'm super excited. I'm super excited for all that. This is a fantastic year so far. Bachfest was great.
We actually had a Bachfest qualifier, so we're going to have somebody from Bachfest competing in the state championship.
Yeah.
And then if you'd like to compete for Moorline for the state championship, possibly punch your ticket to the nationals, show up at follow us on Facebook. We'll tell you when we're going to do that down at Rock on the Roebling.
Yep.
So Rock on the Roebling is down at Moorline usually it's on a Thursday night.
All summer.
And they have bands that come down there. They have like the Primo bands in Cincinnati.
We had Naked Karate Girls down there. They're just down there. And they're great bands down there.
Yeah.
Fantastic event.
Fantastic night. It's sitting outside on, bring lawn chair, sit outside, listen to some great music. The Moorline's open so you can get food, beer. It's a great night. It's a great night.
Totally great.
And so we're going to do the 2 qualifying events there for that. So you can still qualify to compete for Moorline at these 2 events in July and August.
That's right.
So we're going to be running that
2 months of that, because September's going to be busy. We're going to Germany at the end of September.
Yep. We get back October 6th.
Yeah.
And then we got the state championship October 18th.
Yeah. So busy.
That's what those German guys do, my brother.
That's what we do. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff going on in Germany.
Yep.
We'll be running podcasts from over there.
Yeah.
And we'll do a little bit more of them because we'll try to do a daily podcast.
Yeah, someplace we are
Yeah.
that we can show you where we are and what we're up to. Then we're also going to shoot video, and Steph, our buddy Steph from 19 Fox 19, he's going to air some of the video that we send them back, which they've done in the past too.
Yep.
So that'll
be great.
cool. So we'll be on.
Give everybody a little
Fox
taste
19.
of
Yeah,
Oktoberfest.
that's it.
Yeah.
Those German guys over in München.
All right.
Sehr gut.
So I think let's wrap this up, and we'll wrap it up with a little touch my monkey.
There you go.
Okay.
You got it.
You want to touch my monkey? Monkey? Touch my monkey? 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 Touch my monkey? 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 Touch my monkey? 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 Touch my monkey? You want to touch my monkey? My monkey? Touch my monkey? Monkey?